I think there's a big misunderstanding many times on what an HO6 policy is and does. When you own a townhouse or a condominium, a lot of people think the policy they have for that is much like a renter's policy. It is, in that mostly it is covering your personal property from different events that could happen with the home, or theft or fire, but it is uniquely different because you're in an ownership position, not renting. The master policy on the townhouse association where you're living will cover large events and the structure, weather, typically fire, exterior issues. But if there's a large loss, they typically also will pass what's called a loss assessment onto the individual constituents in that association. If they have a large deductible on the master policy, sometimes $50,000 or $75,000, and there's 100 homeowners in that association, you're going to get that percentage passed to you in a large loss. Your HO6 policy has a provision for that, and it needs to be looked at and brought up to a level that you're protected. Also, if you have an individual loss, if you have a kitchen fire or you have water damage in your unit and it spreads to somebody else's unit, you can be made responsible for that full loss. It won't get spread to the whole association. So if they have a $50,000 master policy deductible and you have $30,000 in damage you've caused to your unit and the one next to you, you can be brought to bear for that entire amount. So it's important to know what your loss assessment coverage is and get it appropriately high enough to cover those things. And it's very inexpensive to do that. So it is different. Everybody needs one that's in that situation, because the master policy does not cover you as an individual for many items. So call and ask me some questions about it. We can discuss your situation. The assumption, if you've never lived in a townhouse or condo, is it's a glorified rental situation. It's ownership, and there's responsibilities that come with that the association is going to hold you to. And one of the biggest things that we see more and more, and it's more complicated, sometimes you're getting hot buttons, so I don't know if this is a good format to bring it up, but people, for many reasons in their own homes, much less townhouse or condos, in the depressed real estate market, have moved up and bought another home, and they've kept the existing one as rental. They feel because they're not living there anymore, and it's just for basically contents in their mind in most cases, that they don't need an HO6 policy anymore. If there's an incident, as the owner of that unit, they're going to be responsible. So the person that's renting from them needs to have a renter's policy for their own benefit and to protect you as the condo owner, and you still need an HO6 condo policy as the owner.
Right.
Or you have no coverage in any event, and yet you're the owner of that unit. So there's tons of that going on. I'm shocked when I go to condo association master policies that I'm bidding on, and I talk to the board, which are typically made up of average people, just constituents of the townhouse or condo association. They volunteer or get elected, that they don't have any idea or a formula or format to know how many units in their association are owner occupied or tenant occupied. It's an enormous gap.